Ex-girlfriend's work husband cried when I dumped her at their job. True, I'm sure reading the heading of this email sounds weird. It's what happened. I found out that my ex-girlfriend was not only cheating on me with some guy she worked with, but also she was giving this guy money. He was a drug addict. So, I am a 25-year-old male. We all live in West Virginia. My now ex-girlfriend is also 25. Her drug addict work husband is 37 years old. This guy did everything under the sun as far as drug use. The job knew it, but apparently he was a functioning addict, and my girlfriend took the liking to him. I was so disgusted. Of course, I went and got tested afterwards and made sure I was good, but the fact that she would cheat on me with such scum is just gross. When I confronted my ex-girlfriend at her job while he, the work hubby, was there, the guy told me everything. He told me how my girlfriend would claim that she was going to clean him up and make him better. She knew how to gradually do so. She was going to help him fulfill his dream, his life goal of becoming a baseball star. True story, nation. I cannot make this up. This man had the dreams of becoming a Major League Baseball star. My girlfriend thought that she was going to clean him up and help him do so. Apparently, this guy was a badass in high school and in college, a great pitcher and everything, but dude, that's long gone. You're working at Panera Bread now, bro. My ex-girlfriend, Emily, moved into my apartment 3 months before I broke up with her. We've been together for a year and 7 months before she moved in with me. I didn't notice anything suspicious until the new guy started working at Panera Bread. Once that guy started working at Panera Bread, she was always coming home talking about him. Oh my gosh, Jason is so funny. He slams down caffeine like no other. He bakes the best cookies. He's so fast when preparing food. He's the best. He's a great dad. Everybody loves him. His child mom is a witch. It used to piss me off, and that's when I started to get concerned. I'm going to tell you guys what actually made me feel at ease. After I was concerned, she would come home and brag about him all the time and talk about this guy, and it made me worry. Well, does she have a crush on him? But when she told me he was a heavy drug user, and even the manager knew, by the way, I got a lot of people fired, but I'll get to that point. The manager knew that he was a drug user, but she was friends with him, and manager wanted him to get on track, and he needed money to get into a new apartment. He needed a dependable source of income, but for some reason when Emily mentioned he was a heavy drug user, I figured, oh, my Emily wouldn't want him. She's just genuinely finds him funny, etc. I was wrong. Not only were they hooking up at his buddy's apartment near the store, but they'd have sex at Panera Bread store as well. In the freaking store, man. Just disgusting. When I first met Emily, I wouldn't have ever thought that she was this type of a woman. Not in a million years. Not my Emily. No freaking way. When we first met, she told me she'd only been with one guy before me. Maybe me only being the second guy, maybe she felt she needed more life experience. 2 wasn't enough. Also, ironically, when we met, she was a counselor at a rehab facility. Her parents were both addicts, so she took interest in becoming certified. Her title was LICDC assistant. She wasn't a main therapist, but she did help assist. She is still today working on licensure and wanting to finish school. Well, I suppose she was when we were together. Anyway, like most other men that catch their girlfriends or even their wives, that blows my mind. Why would you marry someone only to cheat on them? Anyway, I found out through her cell phone. Everything is in the phone. I don't remember who I heard say that on YouTube. It definitely was YouTube. Everything you want to know is in her phone. That is a fact. I think everybody, if you're at least living with your girlfriend, you have every right to go through her phone. Here's why. I know some people would say, oh, you need privacy, or if you don't trust her, leave. Okay, I can give you that. If you don't trust someone, then just leave. But if you are a person who needs hardcore concrete evidence, I promise you, just looking at her phone, You will find something, some sneaky, deceiving ways. And I think even if you're just a boyfriend, and if you're living together and you guys both agreed on being monogamous, meaning you're probably having sex, your health is at risk. You have every right to make sure she's sticking to her word and vice versa. I don't think it's anything wrong with the girl going through her boyfriend phone. Just to be clear, every once again, it's not something you need to do every single day, but every once in a while, randomly go through the phone. Tex just asked to go through the phone to see the reaction. I wanted that prick to prepare my food and waste his time. I don't know, maybe he got a free meal. I don't know how it works there. I do know my ex used to bring home cookies and brownies home. Sometimes she would bring baguettes home. I'm not going to eat a piece of bread. Bring me back a sandwich or something. Heck, even a salad. Anyway, I pulled up to the drive-thru and I ordered things. I remember specifically grilled cheese sandwich and chicken noodle soup. That wasn't it. I also ordered a Chipotle grilled chicken sandwich with extra avocado, 2 bags of chips, and a large Pepsi. I remember the girl asking, "Is that it?" I wanted to order more, but I didn't. So the person that took my order wasn't the person that was at the window. Usually there's a couple people at the window. I was going to ask the girl to bring my girlfriend to the window. That was my plan, but my girlfriend was there. When she saw me, she got surprised. "You didn't tell me you were coming. Wow. Why did you order all this?" I just looked at her and I said, "So I know all about you and your little work husband here. I know about everything you've done. You two are having sex." She tried talking over me and I said, "No, shut the F up." And I'm not done talking. I started to get a little loud and my voice is cracking a little bit because I was a little nervous. So weird because I'm yelling at the drive-through window from my car. Anyway, I'm letting her have it, telling her how she's getting out of my place. She's not to come back to my place because I'm throwing everything out. She can come pick it up outside. She's not coming inside my place at all. Her name was not on the lease, by the way. My ex-girlfriend is darn near in tears. This idiot, my ex-girlfriend's work husband, comes to the window and says, "Dude, what's going on here?" I said, "Oh, is this him, Mr. Drug Addict, Mr. MLB Star? Hello, Jason. F you. She's yours. You can have her." Jason says, "You're a piece of crap." He starts turning red and starts freaking out. I didn't even make up what he was saying. Then starts to tell me how my girlfriend was helping him turn his life around. This guy started crying, saying, "I don't know what he's been through in life, and I shouldn't judge him. She's gonna help me become a baseball player." This guy was losing his mind. I think he needed a hit of rock or something. He truly was spazzing out, crying uncontrollably. I started to feel bad. Dude really is jacked up mentally. When I drove off, all I could hear is him screaming like a girl. "He don't know me. I'm broken." My ex-girlfriend was blowing me up, and I just let it go to voicemail. Text after text. I ignored it. My thoughts were to get her things out of my place, so I went home and I started packing. She never showed up at my place. She didn't stop calling or texting. It wasn't back to back anymore, but it was probably maybe once every hour or so, that entire rest of the day. She did not stop, and I didn't block her, but I packed up everything and I started moving everything to the front, and I texted her back and told her, you can come get your things in the morning. I'll be sitting it outside." That's when she started texting like crazy and calling, "Please just talk to me. I can explain everything. It's not what you think it is." This is what made me call her, 'cause I couldn't believe she told me that. It's not what I think it is, what I read and what I saw, but for some reason I just wanted to hear her explanation. Maybe a part of me hoped that I read into things wrong and hoped that I was wrong. She proved me right. When she picked up the phone, the first thing she said to me was, "Thank God you didn't get me fired. I need my job." My manager wasn't upset and she let it all slide, but she told us we needed to fix whatever situation we started. She starts telling me how her work hubby had to leave work early because he couldn't control himself. I stopped her and said, I don't care. I do not care about him. I don't care if you got to keep your job. You're lucky I don't call corporate, which I did, by the way, but I'll get to that. I said, what do you mean saying it's not what I think it is? She says to me, okay, I hung out with him, but that's it. I really want to make him better. He's really a good guy. That's all. I look at him as a friend. That's all. I said, so you never slept with him? She said, no, I never slept with anybody else. I said, well, text messages say otherwise. I took pictures of your text thread on my phone. Let me pull up while we're on the phone so I can read it to you. I started reading the text messages and everything. She kept trying to stop me. And she said, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, you have him saved as L. This is the same guy that was going off. I can tell that he was on drugs. She says his name isn't even L. You got it all wrong, see? I said, so you're going to play around with me like that? I started reading other parts of the conversation, and she finally admitted, okay, it's him, but she tried to deny that they slept together, when it clearly says how they're hooking up and they're going to hook up next, and how amazing it was. My ex-girlfriend started freaking crying on the phone, saying she can explain why she would do something like this, and she thinks she needs therapy. I told her I didn't give a crap what she did, therapy or not. Come get your stuff from my place. This is the last time. I'll speak to you. Don't ever call me. Don't ever text me. Your things will be sitting outside. Have a nice night. She texted a couple more times, and that was that. She and her friends came by early in the morning around 6 a.m. to get her things. Maybe she was up all night crying with them or something. I don't know. I watched out my bedroom window as they gathered her things. One of her friends flicked off my door before they left. Ouch! So things didn't end there. I wasn't satisfied. I called corporate, Panera Bread, and got in touch with the store's district manager and spilled all of the beans. I didn't hold back. When I called corporate, I got the runaround a couple times, but then eventually I was able to get the direct number to the store's district manager. He actually told whoever I spoke to when I called corporate to give me his personal number. So, like I said, I read that they had had sex in the store a number of times. That's what he was really concerned about. That's a health issue. That's basically disgusting. And no store district manager wants that going on in any of the restaurants. This is not something I told to corporate. This is something I just told the district manager. I wanted to get in touch with someone who could deal with this situation and possibly get in there and fire everybody that needed to be fired, which he did. So he started looking at cameras, and when I was giving him dates and time situations where Emily and her new work husband was getting it in the store, he found it. He said he found some damning evidence as well. I thought they were avoiding the cameras, but apparently a couple times they didn't avoid the camera. He fired Emily, her work husband, both store managers, not just the one that hired the druggie, but both or at least two store managers. I think there was one other manager there that didn't get fired, and there were other co-workers as well. I don't know what he saw, but that man went in and started firing everyone. So how do I know this? How do I know that everybody got fired? I will tell you, the district manager didn't tell me this. He didn't report back to me and tell me what was happening. He did offer me some gift cards, and I got some free Panera Bread a few times. Emily came crawling back. Emily wanted a second chance because she had nowhere to live and she had no job. I still never blocked her. It didn't even cross my mind yet. She told me everything. She told me she actually deserved to get fired, and I was right to kick her out and be angry with her. But she swore to me she would do anything in this world to make things better. She wanted to make things right between us because she loved me. Dummy, I know, stupid of me, but I actually agreed to meet her for a drink. I don't know what I was thinking, guys. I wish I could explain it, but there's no good explanation because I never wanted to get back with her. I mean, I'm not with her today. And she's blocked on everything now, but it was just a vulnerable time, I guess, and I guess I wanted answers from her, but basically she just told me everything that happened about everybody getting fired. She told me that her work husband is nowhere to be found and nobody knows where he is. And she tried to stress to me that she's not concerned about Jason. She doesn't want me to think that she's worried about him, but she just wants me to know that he's long gone and out of her life. She told me that he meant nothing to her and it was pure accident. This is when she told me all about how she knew she could help him get into the major leagues. I thought my girlfriend was crazy and couldn't believe I've been dating her for so long. Like, how stupid can you be? Like, he was telling me at the store, at the drive-thru, I thought he was probably high or something, or just lying. She was trying to help him go to Major League Baseball. When I read this before in the messages, yes, I thought it was silly, and he mentioned it too, but hearing my ex explain, this bullcrap was a wake-up call. My ex truly is a crazy bitch. What the F would make you believe that you can get this man into Major League Baseball? He's an addict. After she paid for our drinks, I excused myself and told her to have a nice life. This is when I blocked her on everything. I got out of there. I'm sure she's tried to reach out since, but she just can't. I blocked her on social media as well. That's my story, Mr. Epic. I'll be in the comments if anyone has a question or needs clarification I could update. Thanks.
Wow, carrying on a whole relationship at work and then going into getting with somebody who abusing drugs, I guess he was a drug addict and he needed help. I guess she felt like because so you said she was an assistant therapist for like a rehab facility or something, so she felt the need to help him out because that's just part of her job, but you don't sleep with the guy. And didn't try to lie. Like, you had the evidence. You saw the text messages. Oh, I never slept with him. You see how they'll just lie to your face? You'll have concrete evidence, and it's not enough. They'll lie until until they feel like they're trapped in a corner. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I slept with him. Like, they could be with a guy that's probably going to forgive them. I would not recommend that. But a guy that's going to forgive them if they're truly genuine, but they'll just lie. It's sad, man. I'm glad you're good. Thanks for sending in this story. Stop moving it. Stop moving them into your home, please. Don't do that. Stop doing that, guys. If you want to send in another story, send it to truestorynation@gmail.com. Here, I'll put it on the screen. That's truestorynation@gmail.com. I'm gonna catch you guys at the next one.